Ramasiva Stuttering Mind. Someone asked a question why a lot of people struggle on programs in the real world and keep on struggling. And he goes on to ask, are they too reliant on their program and keep getting a false sense of confidence? Are they not allowing themselves to be authentic and don't think for themselves? And lastly, are they told that any issues are because they're not doing something properly? And do they believe that they can never let loose and always need maintenance? Those are great questions. So in response, in my experience, people who are struggling on programs are just like me. I was on a program for 8-9 years, and then I left because I couldn't say my name. I was still reliant on the chest breathing, coastal breathing exercises in the morning. I should have stopped that many years ago. I did not accept myself as being different. I wanted to be the same. In the speech therapy circle, I was confident, I was fluent, I didn't block. But when I did, I was encouraged to use the technique, the block and let go, and the hit and holds. And why do they struggle in the real world? It's a simple fact of not being authentic to yourself. You're a person who stutters, and you've had a stutter for many years, and it may take you a few months, maybe a year, a couple of years to retrain the subconscious mind into speaking in a more eloquent and confident way. But it is very possible for you to be more conscious about the way you speak and the way you breathe, and that will help you. As you're struggling in the real world, I struggle a lot in my workplace, and especially talking to girls and women that I found attractive. Why? I wasn't comfortable using the techniques. I wasn't comfortable taking my own time. I wasn't comfortable in my own skin. I felt rushed. However, when I was in the stuttering circle, stuttering community, I would take my own time, I would speak, because they gave me a sense of confidence. They gave me time. I felt that they were all on my level, so there was no reason for me to stutter in front of them. I got that insight very early on, and I found that people on the stuttering community I could speak very easily to, whether they were part of the program or whether they were not. I remember a couple of years into the program, I went to a stuttering workshop, and at that workshop there were speech therapists, there were people who were not on the program. They were stuttering out of control like a woodpecker. And I saw myself speaking with them with such confidence and eloquence. Why? Because they all stuttered, they all had my secret, and they were speech therapists who are in general kind and loving. You don't normally see a speech therapist who is big and ugly and overpowering and threatening, do you? You see them as kind, loving, gentle human beings, and I didn't feel threatened, so I didn't stutter at all during the two-day workshop. Are they reliant on the program? Absolutely, because I was reliant on the program. Every time I was struggling, I would go back for a fix for fluency to get back on track. That's still the mantra on the program. If you phone up a coach, they'll tell you, it's time to get back on track, get back to speaking good habits, and the best way is to go back on a course. So you're encouraged to go back on a course for a fix for fluency. And you're not encouraged to think for yourself. You're not encouraged to read personal development books. You're not encouraged to find out about who you really are. And are you made to believe you can never let go and always need maintenance? I'm not sure, but I think that's That's the message that I got through, because every coach that I found was telling me, get back on a course, get back to speaking with 3 to 4 words per breath, speaking in a monotone voice. And to be honest, I wasn't comfortable using the techniques, speaking 3 or 4 words per breath and speaking like this. I found it very uncomfortable. I already had a stuttering behavior and I didn't want to replace that with another one. And when you're being told by coaches who themselves are probably struggling in the real world that you're not working hard enough, there's something wrong with you, you need to do more contacts, you need to cancel more, you need to do this, you need to do that, blah, 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 blah. You just get tired of listening to them, because, to be honest, the people who have let stuttering go, they have gone. They have left the programs, they have disappeared into the sunset, and they're living their lives. And how do I know this? Because I'm trying to get in contact with one such person. So if you're there, contact me. You know who you are. I've been trying to contact you. So, in summary, I would like to say that the best way is to learn to trust yourself and let go of using the technique. If you stumble, just observe it and don't assume the worst. There are people who have been on programs for over 10 years and they're still using exaggerated technique when speaking. If you're on the program for more than 2 years and using exaggerated technique, I think you have a problem. You need to let go, you need to trust yourself and listen to people who have made a breakthrough, listen to people who have disappeared from the stuttering community. And finally, embrace the concept of stuttering on purpose. The more you stutter, the more you realize that you have the power. You have immense power when you speak like this over the stutter and over the speaking conversation, because you're no longer your mouse-like self. You are a lion. You can roar. I hope you're having a wonderful day. God bless. And I'll see you on another video very soon.